Hey, yo, Wiz. Hey, yo, Wiz.
Okay. What's going on? Let's get started. There was nothing today, but I was in a spaces. I got to listen to some Xbox fans, talk to them. Probably one of the dumbest things I've ever fucking heard of. So we're gonna cover that, and then yeah, we're gonna cover that. So we don't need this shit here, but we do need that. Let me go get over to the chat. Kevin Mack, first person here. Oh my goodness, Kevin Mack finally got a PS5. What the fuck? Good shit, bro. Man, we were just talking about that. We were just talking about yesterday on the Sunday show. We were talking about more and more people are securing PS5s, as well as being very celebrated for securing one. So really, really good job, man. I know I'm late today. We didn't have any major breaking news this morning that I saw. I already told you guys, hey, bro, if we don't got breaking news, we're starting at 12. We got some heavy shit. We're gonna start at 11. So I got a nice workout in, got my breakfast. Was able to have a heavy shit. We're gonna start at 11. The echo. Fuck. Yeah. And yeah. I was what's going on, man? A1 PlayStation Pegasus, what's going on? Bro, bots are dumb. I don't know if you guys were in that spaces. I know y'all don't like hanging out in those spaces. I understand, man. I truly do understand. we gonna go spice up this shit. We gonna get this shit rolling. Let me see. Well, somebody might know who the fuck you is. What goes around comes around. That's nice to know. Don't wish no harm on nobody, but what goes around comes around. That shit is that is something that's always gonna be there. Always, always, always. So let me go share the link. Let's talk about Xbox winning the generation. This is coming to you from a fan on Twitter by the name of Xbox University, and he had made a spaces. And again, you guys know I'm trying to network more. I'm trying to talk to more people. So whoever I'm following that I was normally not following these type of people on my original Twitter account, I'm following you guys on this new Twitter account, and I'm seeing that you guys are part of these spaces that are now on my timeline. And I'm not a person that's just gonna let someone be ignorant without correcting them. So I'll let you guys know everything I said. I just want to share the link. If you guys could help out, also make sure you retweet and share out the link. Thank you for the PC troll that came in here with the 17 dislikes. You might as well go boost that shit up to 80 because I know that's what you gotta do. And then YouTube's gonna take that shit away by the end of the show. I already know. It's really getting annoying. So we got the link. Let's go. The shit should be red today. There it is. Nope, that's the purple one. That's oh fuck. I backed out 2 times that one. Okay, almost had it. Nope. For some weird ass reason, the music didn't play on that one. What's that all about? Guess we didn't have music on that one. Well, don't know what to make of that. I will just chalk that shit up to whatever. But I got a soundtrack for that, so I might actually be able to remix my own sound for that and make my own intro, which will be pretty fucking cool. So I might go on and do that. Yeah, let's just think about that. I could make my own fucking. Well, I got my own intro, but I can add my own music to my intros now. Got a couple beats from Wizard. Yeah, Wizard. Again, all beats are coming from him. I used to have a dude at my job that made the beats. Doesn't make the beats anymore. I don't even use those beats anymore. But all the beats have been coming from Wizard. This motherfucker's a genius. So again, big shout out to you for supplying the PlayStation Legion streams with amazing beats while they wait for me to go live. So we're all good. Got the link. These motherfuckers in their spaces, bro. I swear. I'm on Twitter right now and they got a spaces, bro. Like these motherfuckers be waking up doing that shit. I was watching Alana Pierce. I'm still trying to finish the video. I watched it last night. Her playthrough of Kenna Bridge of the Spirits. It kind of grabbed me because it says Zelda on your PS5, which is a fucking clickbait if you ever heard of it. But I actually liked her playthrough of it. I mean, pretty damn good playthrough. So we're good on there. Let me see. We're good over this bitch. We are good. For good measure, we're gonna go push this over on the PlayStation Legion official Twitter page, which is PSLOG 4K60 on Twitter. If you want to give that a follow to keep up with notifications, random screenshots, stuff like that are posted over there. Main account is still JTV, the real JTV 4K60. And there we go. Damn, it should have taken a long time. That's a high quality video. The fuck? Oh shit. That is a high quality video. Shit, I'm on my other. Bro, whose shit is this one, man? Cause I'm okay, I'm on this space. I'm on this account. Xbox is gonna win this generation. Okay, well, they still going live over this bitch. What the fuck? Bro, y'all gotta listen to this shit. They still live.
With delivering lacks on their games or taking their games and taking away from those games, and they win off of that, then I feel horrible for the future of gaming. I can see if they won and they put full effort, I'll be happy. But I don't think anybody should be happy if Microsoft would win off of what they are doing with the Xbox.
Well, should we judge the generation off of the start, or should we judge them off they finish?
Yes. Judge them. That's all we have to judge them on right now. Like we're literally in these spaces, right? We're in these spaces talking about Xbox is going to win a generation! Exclamation point! But all we have this generation is what we have, and if you're going off of what we have and saying that they're going to win because of what we have, then I mean that's your opinion.
When we're talking about next year, like, 3 years, 4 years, I think both sides have a good 2-3 years in them. Well, probably even 4. And then we can compete then. Hey, you cutting out, Thrash. I can barely hear you, brother.
Whoever is talking, I don't know who the fuck that is. But I know King Thrash, so I'm only guessing it's Logic talking.
Yeah, you cutting out really bad, brother. Hey, but
I'm guessing it's Logic. I'm guessing it's that Logic guy, but bro, these guys are fucking stupid. So let's just dismantle this bullshit, right? There's no fucking way Xbox wins the way that they are right now. And second of all, we're going to go through 5 different things. First of all, they can't win, as is right now. Second of all, if you've done any history into, if you've done any research into gaming history, you know PlayStation has a console that is around for 10 plus years, right? It is supported for 10 plus years. For real. Like, they literally are still manufacturing PS4s. They still have games coming out on PS4. Big ticket games like God of War and Horizon and Gran Turismo. They're supporting the PS4 for a good 10 plus years. You can't say that for Xbox. Starfield will not be on Xbox One. And Forza's going to be there and the Halo's going to be there, but we don't know what the shape is. We know Xbox One is a very shitty system. Not a lot of people went out to get the Xbox Series X, meaning that most people have lower level Xbox Ones in their houses. Meaning that if you're between the Xbox One X's and the Xbox Series X's versus the Xbox One S, and the Xbox Series S, there's a lot of Xbox fans with lower level Xbox hardware in their houses, but they're on the internet bragging like they got that shit. They need to stop. That right there, that shit needs to stop. That's number 3. Back to number 2. If you done your research, you know PlayStation goes 10 years. They can go 10 rounds plus. Xbox can't do that. I heard an Xbox fan in the same spaces earlier this morning. I had just finished the workout. I got a bowl of Lucky Charms. And I'm just like, you know what, man? Let me go watch. Let me see this shit. Because it kept popping up on my timeline. Like, there was 2 or 3 people I'm following on Twitter. And this shit popped up. Okay, I was like, you know what? Let me go see what the fuck they saying. Bro, it's just some wild batshit crazy stuff I'm hearing. I don't even remember it, but I know it was batshit crazy. I think Nibs was in there. He's a cool dude. I'm following him now. He's, following me. He's a really cool, educated dude. They claim, oh, this dude's hogging up space. No, bro, he's trying to get to the bottom of your fucking statement. You're saying Xbox is going to win this generation. People are going to have the fucking questions about that stupid ass statement, right? So long story short, he's trying to get in there. I pop in there. I was like, nah, bro. I'm not letting these niggas just fucking talk wild shit. I pop in there, send my request. I wait my turn patiently. Nibs, still talking. He was like, yeah, let's get J-Tech. I see he's waiting and shit. And I was like, at first I was like, you know what, bro? I know how they want me to be in there. I'm going to be in there opposite way. I gave him a W. I said, if we're going to measure it off of subscription services that give you games day and date like Game Pass, you guys have already won the generation if that's your measuring stick, right? They didn't want that because they wanted to fight. They wanted to argue. But they know that's not the measuring stick they want. So they might run around and talk about Game Pass, people. I'm just letting everybody in the chat know. Xbox fans will brag to you about Game Pass, but that's not the real measuring stick they want. They don't want that victory. They want the victory of acknowledgement from the entire gaming community that they are top dog. You can't be top dog if you're not top dog. What I mean by that is, PlayStation is top dog. They're selling hardware. Their fucking subscription services are doing good when it comes to PlayStation Plus. People being subscribed to that, over 40-something million, close to 50 million. PlayStation Now is there. It's an option. It's not really recommended or anything. I think it's about 3 or 4 million. That's something. They're putting small amounts of games on PC. I guess that's something. I'm not going to brag about that because we don't got concrete numbers. But they're doing what they're doing. They're selling software. That's what they're doing. That's how you play this game of the console war. The business side of the console war. Are you the market leader? Yes. You're making partnerships with indie developers, third-party developers, second-party developers. You're getting that content out to your fans. The fans are appreciative. The review scores are high. This is how you win. You got your market share. People know who the fuck you are when they see your fucking advertisement on TV. If they don't have that system, if they don't have that game that is being marketed to it, they are going to make sure they do what they need to do to get that shit. They have interest around the whole fucking world. People want a PlayStation. I can't say that shit about Xbox. You mean to tell me all the times they've been marketing Xbox, Game Pass, on Pop-Top boxes that I've had, on cereal boxes that I've had, on Eggo waffle boxes that I've had. You mean to tell me they've been marketing this shit to me on advertisements that's on the side of my computer screen, on these websites, on television, shit on YouTube, and I'm not a subscriber? If you're advertising that much to someone that's on PlayStation and it doesn't make them want to go and get that shit, then some of the people on Xbox are doing the same thing because you're at 18 million. Come on, bro. You're at 18 fucking million. If you're at 18 million subscribers, right? After, I want to do this math. I had talked about this on Twitter, but you guys probably didn't see it. So I'm going to break it down to you. When you see what I'm about to say, you're going to be like, that's not good. That's not good. I know it's not good, man. Because there's two numbers that you want to talk about in the console war, business side, not fanboys. And that would be selling the console, making sure that upon the second year or less, you might be selling it for profit and less, not a loss. Then software, selling at such a rate that you make an increased amount of profit. So you're making profit on hardware and software. And then again, you have favorability in the gaming community and the gaming industry. You have interest, meaning the gaming industry, gaming community are interested in your shit. They want to buy your stuff if they don't have it. If they already have it, they want to buy more of what your name is on, meaning exclusive games like a God of War, a Horizon, a Gran Turismo. These games are guaranteed to sell over 1 million within the first weekend that they're coming out. But this is the math. Now, I want you guys to listen real carefully. I had to do this shit it didn't make sense to me when I was thinking of it, and it doesn't make sense when I'm about to read it because it's bad. Xbox Game Pass is 4 years old and only has 18 million subscribers. Xbox Game Pass is $9.99 a month. The Nintendo Switch is $300. Just purchasing the system, right? Xbox Game Pass and Nintendo Switch are 4+ years old. Nintendo Switch sold 89 million consoles, and the Xbox Game Pass subscriptions are sitting at 18 million. So 18 million subscribers plus versus 89 million consoles sold at $300. Adding on the fact that most Nintendo exclusives don't drop below 50 and have sold over 20 million copies, who's bringing in more money? We already know the Switch is so old on technology that Nintendo is definitely making a profit. And they have never dropped the price of the Switch. The Switch is $300, and it was $300 when it came out 4 years ago. They are making a profit off of the hardware. And God knows we know they're making a profit off of their software because the software price never drops. And due to the price of the software not dropping and it's selling at an increased rate compared to PlayStation exclusives, they making boatloads of money with less effort. Microsoft is spending money to get you to spend your money. They're doing marketing and advertisements. They're giving shit away just so they can get a little $15 a month from you. They putting forth way more effort to get $15 versus Nintendo just having their legacy of Pokemon and Metroid and Kirby and Donkey Kong and Mario and Zelda. People know that. They went out, no hesitation. Let me get that $300 Nintendo Switch. Bro, that shit was always selling out. It was just like the PS5. Hard to stay in stock. Everybody wanted that shit. PS5, same thing. It can't stay in stock. It's sitting over 10 million. Sorry, 11. It's sitting over 11 million consoles sold before it reached the 11th month. So it was already at 10. It was already at 10 million consoles before 10 months old. So it was selling at a faster rate than the years that it's been out, or the year that it has been out. So that we're also looking at software. Software is selling pretty damn good. We know that they have some scalpers out there. We're not going to factor that in that much. But we also know that there's a lot of casuals that were first adopters of the PS5. We definitely should factor that in. So maybe all the software that we got exclusively are not selling at that fast of a rate. But we do have games that are selling at a faster rate, like Spider-Man Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, and Ratchet & Clank, right? As far as a new IP that is an independent game, was then at that point very nichey. I feel like $500,000 for Returnal was very, very good. They took a chance. It was good enough for them because let's put it this way, man. Let me just do this math because I don't know that fucking number. Oh shit. Okay, so 70 times 500,000 is 35 million. So Sony made $35 million off of Returnal. So we don't know how much they put into it to make it, but that's still a good chunk of change. That's a $70 game. 70 times 2.5 million.
The answer is 175 million.
Okay, so 175 million. So they made more than what you would pay for a AAA game. This is what Sean Layton was saying, that most AAA games are sitting at 100 million, right? So with Spider-Man Miles Morales, so far, just, you know, the information we got at the beginning of the year, roughly around March or April, Spider-Man Miles Morales was sitting at 2.5 million sold. So we're looking at them making 175 million off of that in money, because it's a $70 game. We don't want to talk about Ghost of Tsushima, but we fucking should. Oh shit, that's wrong. I was about to say Ghost of Tsushima. 60 times 6.5 million.
The answer is 390 million.
So they made $390 million off of Ghost of Tsushima. So we're looking at that. But if we would turn over to Nintendo, these numbers would be in the billions of dollars that they've made off of these games, right? So y'all Xbox fans like, oh, well, you sold 10 million consoles, but you didn't sell 10 million copies of the game. Well, it don't matter. If you're looking at the money that they're selling the game for, $70 or $60, and the amount of copies they're selling, they're definitely making their money back plus some. So that's what we were talking about yesterday. I didn't have to do my fact checking, but I wanted to do it for you guys so you could hear it and see it today. But rest assured, when you're selling that many games, right, you're going to make your money back for the sequel before you put it on PC and get any revenue back, which is chump change compared to what you were hearing right now. Not only are they selling it at a lesser price at $50, they're selling like less. Like, you know, Horizon did 700,000 in the first month, right, of a $50 game versus 10 million off of anywhere between a $30 to $60 game, including collector's editions, which I did not factor in, by the way. I did not factor in digital deluxes. I did not factor in collector's editions for Ghost of Tsushima. So the number could be much, much bigger than what I was just telling you. PlayStation making money off of the games. They're making money off of PlayStation Plus. They're making money off of their hardware that they sell. How do you say Xbox is winning when they're not making money off of anything? You're not buying their games. The subscription numbers are low. You're not buying the consoles. You're obviously selling that at a loss. Can't turn a profit on something that's selling less consoles than your competitor. That's just not how that shit goes, bro. They're making money, bro. They're making money. Spider-Man sold 20 million copies at $70, equates to $1 billion, $1.4 billion. That makes sense, bro. Like, PlayStation been making tons of money. We already know PlayStation, Sony PlayStation, when it comes to gaming, they made more money than anybody in the gaming industry the last quarter. They were atop of Tencent. They were atop Nintendo. They were atop Microsoft. So when people sit up there and make these stupid ass spaces, Xbox fans, you're saying Xbox is going to win this generation on what grounds? What proof? What facts? Where's the fucking numbers? Like, where is the fucking numbers? Look, my nephew is 2 years old, right? I was wondering when that motherfucker was gonna start walking. He still hasn't talked yet. Not really. He's doing gibberish and shit, but I think he knows. He says eat or eat. So I know that when he says that, he wants to eat food. So he's almost on the talking phase. He's 2 years old, just turned 2. So he started walking before I thought. I was like, man, is he gonna be 2 years old not walking? He started walking. He always wanted to walk, and I always hold his hand, and then he's walking around the apartment or whatever. So I was like, oh man, yeah, he's definitely gonna walk. He started walking before 2, like way before 2. If you got a baby, right, like, the baby is gonna be walking and talking at a certain age. You just know that, right? Based on you and based on other people. So when you have a baby, which is Game Pass. Game Pass is 4+ years old. Game Pass is a toddler, right? So that toddler is supposed to be productive. It's supposed to be able to walk and talk. 4+ years old toddler is definitely going to be walking and definitely going to be talking. Game Pass is not walking on its own. Let's add up some numbers. 7 million consoles sold for Xbox Series X and S. 7 million. And then we're looking at Xbox One being anywhere between 40 to 50 million consoles sold. We add that number up, we're looking anywhere at 47 million consoles combined with Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One X and Xbox One S. Or we're looking at 57 million of all the Xbox consoles over the last 2 generations, right? Out of 47 million or 57 million, they only got 18 million people to subscribe. And that's not even factual. Why? They have Game Pass on PC. They have Game Pass on PC. Game Pass is available on PC, available on Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. And I think on cell phones. So cell phones, PC, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S. And you only got 18 million subscribers? For Game Pass. The greatest deal in gaming. So you're spending way more money to market the shit than you're making off of it. Because 18 million is not a big number. Disney Plus jumped in to the movie and TV show streaming service, and in less than a year, it was already over 100 million subscribers. If you have content, people are going to want to support you. They're going to want to give you their money as quick as motherfucking possible. Look at Nintendo. Look at Nintendo. Look at that Switch. Look at how people were lining up, giving Nintendo their money, bro. Different color Switches selling. Different models of Switches selling. Different games selling. The same fucking game with a different box art selling. Making tons and tons and tons of money. They at 89 million consoles sold. PlayStation is at 16 million consoles sold. We haven't had a number for Xbox since MSNBC has told us they were at 40 something million. How the fuck do they fucking win? I need to understand. How do they win? I understand I'm telling the truth, so we have another troll here, but let me help you out. You're not as fast as the other one yesterday. Oh, man, we still almost at 80? So it must be the same guy. Well, I hope you have enough money to pay for more people. Let me go and see if I can find this. MSNBC. I think I might be able to find a video. I have watched it. Well, it's been a couple years now. But that's the last one that we got. It was a public verified. There we go. Bro, I'm about to cry on camera, but I'm a grown ass man, so I'm gonna get on camera and let you see me. Let me get the cam cover out off of the way. Okay, man. I'm on camera. Let's do this shit. I found a video. Y'all ain't gonna like this. Y'all not gonna like this. The reason why you're probably not gonna like this is because this is where I got my information. This video has 2.8 million. It's from CNBC. I said MSNBC. This was CNBC, not MSNBC. So CNBC, which if you know what MSNBC is Microsoft NBC. They own that one or something like that. Then CNBC, that's the one where it came from. This was 2.8 million views, right? This was factual shit. But I don't really like run around the internet and share it with Xbox fans because I have already discussed it, right? So all I'm going to say right now is what you're about to hear, what you're about to see is something that a lot of people don't use. I want all PlayStation fans to use this info. I will be sharing it out. I will save the video back to my phone. I will post that shit. on Twitter, I will embarrass people. Why? Because Xbox fans need a wake-up call. They're running around in these spaces, regurgitating lies and misinformation to each other. They don't fucking know. Yeah, we got one, bro. We got him out of here. He's lonely. He needs somebody to talk to. He's very lonely. His life is a sad life.
So are they all.
Say Game Pass at 20 million at $15. That's 300. That's 300. Is that what you saying? 300 million. PlayStation Plus at 50 million at $10 equals to 500 million. Okay, then PlayStation still has more.
Were you trying to prove something? Or what? I don't get it.
I don't understand it, but again, this is the most educated video you're ever gonna watch. This is a video about why Xbox failed in Japan, but it was at a certain point where they kind of dived in. You can call it disrespectful if you're an Xbox fan, but they were very factual. At this specific point in the video, they really started to dive into the numbers. When they dived into the numbers, it wasn't nice. Because then when they dived into the numbers, it wasn't only pertaining to Japan, it was pertaining to the rest of the world. That's when I got an insight in 2019 where PlayStation was on the verge of 100 million. And then they gave out the fucking numbers for Xbox. That's why I've been telling you guys a completely different number versus Xbox fans from 3 years ago. Xbox fans from 3 or 4 years ago kept saying, Xbox is at 60 million. Xbox is at 50 million. But in 2019, it wasn't that way. In 2019, they gave us the only number that I've ever told you. Why? Because why would I guess out a number that hasn't been verified? So Xbox fans running around here with fake ass subscription numbers for Game Pass, you might want to stop doing that. Why are you doing that when there's real numbers out here? Use the real numbers no matter how bad it makes it look. Because when you give out fake numbers, people going to ask you about those fake numbers and you won't be able to say shit about it. So, let's get started.
You know they don't get embarrassed.
That didn't make a dent in PlayStation's full on Japan. Sales in Japan.
What the fuck is this? Hold on, bro. The Curse of Chippendales. What the fuck advertisement is that? Okay. I just saw some crazy ass. Briggs, what's going on, bro?
Not much, man. I'm trying to get the last trophy in Kenna, and then I'll get the platinum for that, man.
Let me ask you a question. Did you use the trick to do the hard difficulty, or you went through the hard difficulty?
No, I'm playing through the hard difficulty. That's fucking cheating, man.
Okay, so basically, when you have to do the hard difficulty, that's all you gotta do. You can get all the other trophies on your first playthrough, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna get all the trophies in my first playthrough.
Yeah, you can do it, definitely.
Yeah, and
but
then
people who freaking got that master difficulty trophy by cheating, you guys are frauds. I'm sorry.
What I really want though, and I know we're not gonna get it, I really wish they would do like a New Game Plus.
Yeah, and that's the thing that sucks is because like I put all my work into my first playthrough. I got everything, I collected everything, and I redo all of that on the second playthrough. That kind of, but
that's
hey,
okay.
My message here today is Sony, you better pick Ember Lab up, please.
Yeah, you gotta pick them up.
Hey, I said that too, man.
So I want to let everybody know the volume for the Elgato will be loud so you can hear. So maybe turn your volume down or keep it up. You will be able to hear YouTube. The reason why is this information is very important. I want PlayStation fans to get this information and share it with other people. I will be posting the link on Twitter. I will be posting the video on Twitter. You can save the video and you can save the link. You can start spreading this out. This information is old, but it's not it's not fictional. The thing is, we don't have real numbers from Xbox, but they took the liberty, a trusted news provider, to give us numbers from Xbox when Microsoft, as of right now in 20, still has not given us an Xbox One sales number. Tell me I'm lying. Do we have one? They were losing. They were on some pussy shit. And what they wanted to do was hide that information that they were losing how bad. Because if they came out and said, oh, we only have 50 million, then the other people have fucking 100 million, everybody would have went to the other person. However, you still get that information when one person is giving out the fucking numbers and the other person is too afraid to do so. So all developers went over to PlayStation and Nintendo and PC. I've talked to you guys about the big three. Sometimes it's Xbox, sometimes it's PlayStation, sometimes it's Nintendo. Sometimes it's PlayStation, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, and PC. More and more, it's going to be Xbox, Nintendo, and PC. Because you know you can't sell your game on Xbox. That's not a me problem, that's an Xbox problem. Let's dive into this real quick. Oh, here we go.
3, which launched in 2006, vastly outnumbered sales of the Xbox 360, which launched 1 year earlier. Hold on, Japan. Sales in Japan of the
PS3, right?
Yep.
How the fuck they still outsell them? It's the same shit around the world. They came out a year ahead of PS3 around the world. And PS3 still managed to outsell Xbox 360 at the end of the generation. A L is a L. Xbox never outsold the PlayStation. Launched to death. Launched to death. It launched, and then when it died, that number that we got, the number we got, the PS3 was on top. As you can see, they actually supported their system a year ahead, too. So, 2006 to 2017. That's a long-ass fucking time to support your system. 2005 to 2016. Xbox started early and they left Japan early. They were not getting any headway. They barely made it to 2 million. Again, this is the most educated video you're ever gonna fucking see. If you wanted to know where I've been getting my information for these sales numbers for Xbox over the last couple years, it was this video. This video is from 2019. It is now 2021. It's about to be 2022 in record time. Time is going by fast like that. Listen to the rest of the shit that she says. Listen to this shit.
vastly outnumbered sales of the Xbox 360, which launched 1 year earlier. Microsoft's next console, the Xbox One, also had a strong start when it was released in 2013. Microsoft sold more than 2 million of the Xbox One consoles globally in 18 days, breaking a record for the company. But in Japan, the Xbox One saw yet
they had revealed the next generation of Xbox, which of course, there was no real reason to buy an Xbox One. Also, they discontinued the Xbox Series X that same year in 2019. So even if you wanted to get an Xbox because of the more powerful one, which was the Xbox One X, you couldn't because it got discontinued. So they were moving on to another generation. Everyone behind the scenes knew it. And then they publicly announced that they were moving on at the end of 2019. At the same fucking year, they discontinued their most powerful current gen system. So tell me, from 46.9 million, where do you go? You go probably at 50 million. If you have a death number of 50 million consoles sold, which is under a good amount of past generation consoles, you do not want to talk about that number. This is the number we got. This is the number I had since 2019. We have never saw another number from any source ever. So this is really, really bad. Go out there publicly and say, hey, Xbox One still sold 50 million, and PlayStation's at 116 million. PlayStation sold over more than half. You only have less than half. You have less than half of what the PlayStation number is. It's not even fucking 50%. And it had been that way the whole gen. If you guys want to know the secret, I'll let you know. The secret is everybody went home. I had told the Xbox fans this in the spaces. They ignored me. They didn't want to touch it because they know it's the truth. People went home. People that started with PlayStation 1 and 2, they went to the 360. Then they came back to the PS4, ignored the Xbox One. There wasn't enough gamers to go back home to boost this number. to something like a 80 million. There were a good amount of PS2 gamers that had a Xbox 360, and they boosted the numbers of the Xbox 360 to like 80 something million. We also had people as repeat buyers. You had to buy multiple Xbox 360s due to the fact that you had the red ring of death and you wanted to buy a new system. That, you know, always factors in limited edition consoles, but not so much the limited edition consoles. It was the failure rate that was boosting the sales of the console. People did not want to wait for your console to come back, so they went out to stores and brought a new console while waiting for the refurbished console to come back to your property. Can you guys get that guy? I know he doesn't want me to tell the truth. I understand, guy. That's the whole point of you doing what you're doing. You don't want me to tell the truth. I understand. I help you out. This is what happens when you tell the truth. If you guys wanted to know why we have a guy doing that, this information is the most important information you're ever going to hear. Do not allow this piece of shit troll to get in between this information. And since this motherfucker is trying so fucking hard, I will be getting the link. I will be posting that link on Twitter, and then I will be refining the video, editing it on my cell phone, so you guys can get the factual information that you deserve. I used to have this video on my original Twitter account. Again, very valuable Twitter account because it had this important information. But I no longer have that Twitter account, but I do have the video. The video is still up. Like I said, sitting at 2.8 million views. There is no fake bullshit about these numbers. These are real numbers. So this is what I want everybody to understand. There was another thing to this video, and it was probably some very damaging things because Bill Gates himself is on this video talking about Xbox, and it is probably not a good thing. You do not want to hear this. So if you really hate JTech, if you hate PlayStation, you might want to leave right now because you're not going to like what he's about to say about Xbox. He has said this stuff in private, and you might not really like this. So again, I'm getting this information up because I see that we have what I believe a PC troll. Those are the only people that have the time to do shit like this. So we're gonna get this information up. If you guys don't mind, let me do this right here. So there we go. So I got the information on Twitter. I'm gonna send it to the PlayStation Legion text group on Twitter, and then I'm also gonna be sharing this information in a red alerts for the PlayStation Legion, so you guys can have access to this whenever. Make sure you save the link though when you guys see it, because it is that important. You know, maybe put it in your favorites on YouTube. This, like, it's important because we know we don't have a number from Xbox, but even though we never got a number, somebody did find a number, and that was the number we got in 2019. The number we got in 2019, second quarter, was 46.9 million. The number you're about to see from PlayStation is going to put a lot of things into perspective of why they didn't want people to publicly know how bad they were doing. I mean, if I was doing that bad, I don't think I would want anybody to fucking know either. Okay, you only got me up to 82 dislikes, man. It's the same as yesterday. If you can't go over 200 to 300 dislikes, you might want to stop. This shit is really fucking sad. I know you have no fucking life, and I know I'm the only person that you can semi-communicate with, but you need to get some fucking help. Let's continue with the video. Again, I'm about to mute my mic. You guys got to hear this. This is more important than my
million Xbox One sold worldwide through the second quarter of 2019, less than 0.5% of them have been in Japan. For comparison, PlayStation 4 has sold 99.8.
So y'all saw that the Xbox One was at 46.9 million. At that same fucking time, PlayStation 4 was at 99.8 million. Literally, they got to 100 million before Xbox got to 50 million.
Damn.
These are facts. 2 2.8 million views are letting you know this is a fact. No bullshit. This is a fact. I'm letting y'all know, bro. This is not some bullshit. This is the numbers we all need. These are the numbers we all need. Again, this is the most important video you're ever going to have in your possession as a PlayStation gamer that wants to shit on an Xbox fan. You want to know why Microsoft started giving out numbers? That's why. They didn't want their investors to know how bad they were fucking doing. And without the PlayStation community buying their console, they were never going to reach 80 million. They only reached 80 million because the PlayStation 2 community couldn't wait for PS3, so they went and got the Xbox 360, which had came out a whole year before the next Nintendo system and the next PlayStation system. Microsoft knew what they were doing. They were not going to be able to go head-to-head with Sony's worst console, if you want to call it that. It turned out to be a really great console at the end, but the fact of the matter is, even on Sony's worst day, they couldn't beat them. What happened? This was the question I've always asked myself, and I've always asked Xbox fans, but in all honesty, I don't like to do it because I don't want to get in a fight with these guys. They was like, well, you talking about what is? Well, it didn't happen that way. We won. They didn't really win. They didn't win the PS3 generation. My question is, what would happen if the PS3 and Xbox 360 came out on the same fucking day? What if there was not a year head start?
Well,
this is what would have fucking happened. This right here.
You want to know the answer to that?
Yeah.
The Xbox One generation.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm pointing to the TV screen. That's exactly what would have happened. They would have gotten less than half of the market share versus PlayStation. And then Nintendo was on their shit too. Nintendo was on their shit with the Wii, just like Nintendo is on their shit right now with the Switch.
Yep.
So you mean to tell me you going up against two people that can get their system to 100 million consoles sold versus you? They could never even get to 50 million? Yes, I'm sorry, people. The only system that ever got to 50 million had the help of the PlayStation 1 and 2 community. And that was the Xbox 360. As you can see,
In Xbox.
right here, Xbox One did not get to 50 million before PlayStation got to 100 million. Meaning Xbox 360 is the only console in Xbox history that achieved past 50 million. It was. These are facts right here.
I see him. It's on the screen.
This is bad news, bro.
One sold worldwide through the second quarter of 2019, less than 0.5% of them have been in Japan. For comparison, PlayStation 4 has sold 99.8 million units globally through Q2 2019, with 8.6% of them in Japan. In a statement to CNBC, Microsoft said, "Japan remains an important part of our global gaming community and a major contributor to Microsoft's future plans. We're committed to bringing innovative and homegrown content from Japan's leading game creators to a global audience." But Microsoft's inability to appeal to Japanese consumers may be the least of its problems right now. Global sales of the Xbox One have been lackluster as users shift more to mobile and streaming games, and say it's a problem impacting all console makers. In Microsoft's earnings release for the quarter ended June 30th, 2019, the company said Xbox hardware revenue declined 48%.
That's why they're pushing for streaming.
So, yeah, exactly. So I wanted to underline the current thing that's on the screen. So we got 46.9 million, right? That was the second quarter of 2019. But in the fourth quarter of 2019, they said that the Xbox hardware revenue had declined by 48%. That's almost 50%. Meaning that Xbox probably was struggling very hard to get to 50 million. And as of right now, Xbox might not even be at the 50 million point. If that is true, then PlayStation had boosted over 100 million to get 16 million plus consoles sold at an area where Xbox wasn't able to get 2 or 3 million consoles sold per every 5 months. What's going on, Arnold? What's going on? Lansville, Paul in the building. What's going on, bro? So what this part is saying 2 quarters later in 2019 versus the sales report we got from quarter 2 of 2019 is telling us that Xbox was at 46.9 million, but it would have been struggling to get 2 million every 5 months, which again, the following year, that means in 2020, when people had already known about the Xbox Series X, because at the very end of 2019, people learned about it, no one would have been buying an Xbox One. That's what all of this is saying. Meaning that the Xbox One, and hear me out, people, might not actually have achieved 50 million. Which is really, really bad. Nintendo Switch is sitting at 89 million consoles sold. PlayStation 4 is at 116 million consoles sold. It's crazy. Haven't saw you in a while, man. I hope you and your family are good. I'm glad to see you guys every day. Because I'm glad you motherfuckers are alive, man. There's some crazy shit going out. Like outside, you got a lot of crime out that bitch. You got viruses going on out that bitch. You know, as a gamer, I've always stayed indoors a little bit more, but man, it's weird to be indoors because it's really better to just stay indoors, you know. I leave when I gotta go to work or, you know, family occasion. I'm supposed to be going to Busch Gardens for my birthday with my family in October, so we'll see how that shit turns out. But I go after facts. We go after real information, right? So Microsoft had gave us this information, but they did not want to give us the amount of consoles sold. Because if they gave us that information publicly, everybody would have had that information and known how weak Xbox really is. The fact of the matter is, after this video was published, everybody knew how bad Xbox was down, and I believe that included, or that had more people not buy the system. People were enthusiastic about a system doing well, whether it's sales report or it's subscriptions, or your friends are over there enjoying games, or exclusive games are being announced, or even acquisitions to studios. So when you got shit like that, a lot of good news, people might actually want to go buy your system. Now, we're looking at PlayStation at 11 million consoles sold. Xbox, as far as I know, Xbox Series X and S are sitting at around 7 million consoles sold, which again, it's not a big leap for PlayStation until they get their hardware situation fixed. But once they do, the software makes you want to buy the hardware. That's why it's so fucking hard to get a PS5, because people want that system. They're gobbling that system up as soon as they see it available. This is really bad, but this was not the worst shit that I learned from this video. 1 second.
Primarily due to a decrease in volume of consoles sold. Experts say Microsoft is adapting to a video game future that's not dependent on hardware sales by selling subscriptions to game libraries.
You know, why is the Xbox 360 doing so well, or why is or other people's things doing well? It's that software capability, and that's a bet that we made at the beginning of the company.
In fiscal year 2018, gaming revenue increased 14% compared to fiscal year 2017, driven by Xbox software and services growth. Microsoft noted that Xbox hardware revenue was lower. Microsoft's 2018 annual report shows its shift away from hardware dependency.
So what we're learning here is that Microsoft knows they're losing and they want to go in a different direction because they cannot win in that section anymore. Because they can't win in that section, them not making money and the news of them not being able to be successful makes them look worse. Nobody wants to partner up with a loser. They only want to partner up with winners, right? People want to go to the Lakers because LeBron is over there. He has rings. They want to go to the Lakers. It's easy for him to talk to other basketball players to get them to go to the Lakers when he has the record that he has. Same shit could be said for PlayStation. Kenna could have easily been a Game Pass exclusive, but why would that developer partner up with Xbox if they don't have a good reputation? There has been over 10 indie games of value on Game Pass this year alone that the Xbox community didn't even do what we did for Kenna. We showed our ass for Kenna all this fucking weekend. You saw nothing but kind of gameplay, screenshots, developer interacting with fans interacting with the developer, artwork, all of that shit. You don't get that for Xbox indie titles that are exclusive to Game Pass. So you might say it's good for you as a consumer that you don't have to spend a lot of money, but once you get that game on that service, do you support that game? With the three things that matter: screenshots, video clips, live streams. Do you support that game? No, you don't. Shit, you don't even do the fourth thing, which is complete the game. Some of y'all motherfuckers don't even do the fifth thing, which is play the game. The 5 most important things in supporting a game, especially when it comes to an indie developer, you don't do any of them. But you will get on the internet and say, ha, we got this game, you didn't. But that's the extent.
Their games. They don't even support their games. That's why Game Pass really exists.
The whole situation with this, it's like, they can brag that PlayStation gamers or whoever didn't get the game that they got, but the thing is, they don't even freaking play it. So it's like, why are you even talking about it? You don't even play the games. You show PlayStation gamers are out here showing, hey, I'm playing Kenna. Here's screenshots. Here's gameplay of my time with the game. Like, they're showing off. I haven't seen even one Xbox fan even show off the Halo Infinite beta. Not one.
Oh.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, that's one thing. We saw the beta go on this weekend. I had saw gameplay from prominent streamers on Twitch. I saw a couple of fanboys share images from other people that have actually gotten in beta. I have found out, me and True Witty found out that it's actually not open. I have a laptop that Landon had told me it was compatible with playing Halo. So basically, I could play a lot of more games from Xbox. I will be talking to Landon so I can get the, optimize my system to play some of these games at the specs that I need to play them in order to enjoy them. Possibly get a controller and do games like that. We will figure out what we're going to do in the future as far as covering games that we no longer need an Xbox for. But the fact of the matter, what they had told us on this video is very, very important. If you fail in Japan, you're gonna fail everywhere else.
Very telling.
Sega was good in Japan. Nintendo was good in Japan. PlayStation's good in Japan. They have a lot of success that was shown. But when it came to Xbox, their primary success for 360 was due to the failure rate and increasing hardware sales among gamers because they didn't want to wait for their system to come back. Also, very American-based system, strong exclusive lineup. So even though it didn't do good in Japan, they had things that made you want to buy the system and wanted you to stay with the system. When PlayStation got started, I would say in 2009, when they really got on the ball, it was just success after success. They were gaining ground year after year after year. They were gaining ground. Cheaper system, more features, more exclusives, multiplayer. PlayStation Plus, PlayStation Move support, remote play. The things that they did with the PS3 was crazy. Cell processor, Blu-ray technology, video chatting among friends without Skype. Like the things that system did, dynamic themes. The things the system did is leagues above what the 360 was doing. Could I listen to my music on my PS3? You damn right. Could I listen to my music in the background on my PS3? You damn right. Could I make playlists? Yes. Could I browse around a 3D fucking globe and find out what the fucking news was around the world? Yes. Did I have PlayStation Home where I could meet up in a digital environment with other PlayStation gamers? Yes. That system was a fucking masterpiece. But the news, the media, the influencers at that time, early influencers, Xbox fanboys, they made it seem like the PS3 was a bad system because they knew how great it was. And they didn't want everybody to see how great it was because they didn't want what happened this past generation to happen to a 360. They didn't want to lose 2 times in a row. And the generation they think they won is the generation they lost. So we go all the way back here, and we go back to where it really started. When she starts to talk about this number of 46.9 million in the second quarter, and then she goes over
to 2019
to give us the number of PS4 of 99.8 million in the same fucking quarter, we know that all PlayStation has to do is sell about 200,000 PlayStation 4s to get to 100 million. Xbox has to sell millions of Xbox Ones to get to 50 million. And that right there, it was already set in stone. The first person at 10 million wins. We know that. But there's no comeback for the person that gets to fucking 50 million first. And I believe, sadly, that when Xbox 360 got to 50 million, PlayStation literally had to work their asses off. And they were able to not only tie, but surpass the other side. It's like that classic movie where you see the motherfuckers playing a sports game, like football or basketball, and they playing real good. It's a montage, and they both tied up until, you know, the main team that everybody knows is the underdog does something, and they get that last point, and they push ahead. PlayStation was able to push ahead. Xbox did not have to give up last gen, but they decided to give up because their fans gave up. Again, when you have fans that are not your own, you shouldn't understand that. And you have to adjust your strategy accordingly. PlayStation currently has fans that are not their own. Let's be honest. You have a lot of people on PlayStation that came from 360. You have a good amount of people from PlayStation that came from Xbox One. So you have to adjust your strategy and make games for them so they don't leave. Sadly, that's what we're looking at right now. We just saw what happens when your fans leave and you look a little empty. You didn't even get to 50 million, man. I mean, we got to go back to this fucking number. In 2019, they couldn't even get to 50 million. PlayStation was on the verge, 200,000 consoles away from 100 million. And they still gave you the number. They gave you the real number, not saying, oh, nah, we're at 100 million. No, they gave you the real number because it's illegal to give you to give out fake numbers to the investors and to the public. It's illegal. But it is not illegal to hide the numbers. As long as you're giving them out to your investors, it's legit. But Xbox stopped giving numbers out to the public because of how bad it looked. They lost. They lost where it mattered. Selling games, selling hardware, you lost. Look at that. You lost. The most important number you're ever going to hear right there is right there. That's the most important number, man. Is the 46.8
of the 46.
That's the most important. 46.9. Sorry, 46.9 is the most important number because again, they were 100,000 away from 47, but they would have needed to sell 3 million consoles that year to get to 50 million. And Xbox had confirmed at the end of that whole fiscal year that they were looking at a decrease of 48% in hardware sales. Meaning that by that time, people had already saw the announcement of the Xbox Series X and had understood that they did not need to buy the Xbox One anymore. And that's why I know that they did not go into 2020 with 50 million consoles sold. So if anybody was saying that they were already at 50 million in 2019, they were lying. If anybody said that they were at 50 million in 2020, they were lying. If anybody said they were at 50 million before they actually got to 50 million, they were lying. And nobody's going to know that they're at 50 million because that's a horrible fucking announcement. You mean to tell me your main competitor passed you? And then the person that's not your competitor also pass you with the Switch? A weaker system? Not going down in price at all. Software not going down in price at all. Selling boatloads. And they kick your ass. They both dog stomp the fuck out of you. Nintendo Switch, 89 million. PS4, 116 million. That's sad for Xbox that they were stuck at this number at the end of their life cycle. Sad. It's the most embarrassing thing when you got there. What's embarrassing about the number is we have Xbox fans that they said, oh no, we don't want to talk about the number. And they only don't want to talk about the number because of the other shit you heard.
8 million units globally
Listen to
through
this.
Q2 2019, with 8.6% of them in Japan. In a statement to CNBC, Microsoft said, Japan remains an important part of our global gaming community and a major contributor to Microsoft's future plans. We're committed to bringing innovative and homegrown content from Japan's
So I know y'all caught it. I didn't really want to point it out, but both of those statements came from your boy Phil Spencer, which was full of bullshit. We're committed to bringing innovative and homegrown content from Japan's leading game creators to a global audience. That don't mean shit. What did that amount to? Okay. Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Yakuza, managing to get this game, 2 games on your platform that sold like shit. That was Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise. Well, okay, you got the games on your system, but were they gonna bring money to the people you partnered up with? No. They weren't released on, well, the first 3 I talked about were released on Game Pass, but Scarlet Nexus, Tales of Arise were not released on Game Pass, and they sold like shit on Xbox. So you can bring these games to your consumers, but what does this do to your investors? What does it do to your third-party partners as far as instilling confidence that your community of gamers will actually buy the product? It does nothing. You're basically just giving out a press release to say everything's okay. No, it is not okay, bro. You're telling Japan developers to keep putting content on your platform for gamers that are ungrateful and don't even want that type of content. They want Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's all they give a fuck about. So you're wasting everybody's time and you're wasting their money. Oh, please put this Japanese game over there. Oh, they love you. Put it over here. And then that shit gets fucking 13% of the sales in UK. 13% of the sales.
The same goes with Resident Evil Village when it released.
Yeah.
90% plus of the sales were on PlayStation.
And that's the most Americanized Japanese game that you gonna get from a Japan developer. Zombie-based game, American protagonist, a gun. He's also a cop. Or wait, what was that? Resident Evil Village? Oh no, that's not the one with the cop.
Yeah, they have a different bunch of characters. They have different.
But long story short, bro, it doesn't get more American than Resident Evil, bro. Like people love zombies and guns. You can't sell a gun and a zombie to an Xbox fan. Oh shit! I just realized something. Didn't they try to sell Dead Rising to Xbox fans and they stopped buying that a long time ago? Yeah.
Yep.
They don't even give a fuck about it no more, bro. The one thing that you're supposed to care about, they don't even care about no more.
Dead Rising closed down because they weren't making money.
Exactly. That was the saddest thing, bro, because Dead Rising 4 was really, really good.
Dead Rising 1 was like one of the greatest games
Mm-hmm.
I've ever, because of how fun it was. But, you know, hey, Xbox fans would like to support their games.
I just hope that the Japanese developers moving forward in this generation wake up in this generation. I don't need these motherfuckers waking up next gen. They need to wake up this generation to understand that it might not be healthy to continue to support that platform.
See, and here's the thing. Sony knows what their fan base wants. The problem is Microsoft does not know. Because they think, oh, guns and everything, and blah, 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 blah. But, like, when they give them those games, they still don't support them. So I'm over here like, where are you guys going to play then? What do you guys want? Because they complain about them not getting games like,
What's going on, Dark Queen? How you doing?
Not having Wolverine. Like, they complain about these things, but it's like, you guys only want Halo, Gears, and Forza. That's what you guys said you wanted. They're giving you a...
Yeah. I feel like we're still going to talk about Xbox going to win this generation and what it really means. I believe after Xbox fans saw a good amount of people playing Halo and talking about Halo, they thought that that's what they needed as far as mind share, as far as, interest in a game or interest in their platform. But Insomniac this weekend had posted a GIF of Wolverine, which literally just continuously reminded people that, yeah, you might have Halo, but Wolverine is a more popular character.
And see, that thing, Jay, it's like with their conference that they had, a lot of people didn't really like it, and I understand why. But again, what you were saying earlier about Sony can have the worst day, but they can have one thing that completely negates all of that. Wolverine was one of those things where it's like, oh shit, now we know why Sony's in first place, you know? Like, Wolverine.
Oh, happy birthday. Shit, there's a lot of people's birthdays coming up. I know mine's in October. Yeah, a lot of people. I just had a friend's birthday that was yesterday. So good shit. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday, Dark Queen. But yeah, I know what you're saying, Briggs. I mean, it's factual. I wish I could play Kenner right now because that game's so fucking addicting. But I had I was in that spaces with Xbox University. He asked why aren't anybody talking about Returnal? I was like, I had my time with Returnal. I'm 2 trophies away from the platinum. He was like something, and then he basically alluded to it not having multiplayer, and I was like, well, it's a single player game. It's not gonna, once people beat it, they're done. One thing they don't understand is that we haven't gotten all PlayStation 4 users to get a PS5. These games will have legs. They will sell through time. They will have fans through time. Sadly, that Sony didn't really think about having more consoles in stock, and the pandemic also hit around the same time. But things will get better when it comes to that situation. I've saw a lot of people secure PS5s over the last 8-7 days.
Yep.
It's happening out there, people. Don't worry. Your brothers and sisters in the PlayStation community are securing a PS5, and this is before the main holiday season approaches. So,
So, I think Sony realized, hey, if you're on the fence at their last event, going back to Wolverine, it's like, you're going to want to play Wolverine. So, and if people were on the fence of getting a PlayStation 5, I don't think they're not going to be on the fence anymore. After that, no. People are not going to be on the fence. They're going to want to play Spider-Man 2. They're going to want to play God of War. They're going to want to play Spider-Man 2 and Wolverine. They're going to want to play those games.
Now, listen, I want to say one thing, man. One thing I really want to say is the Spider-Man factor, and people are not understanding it. Okay, let me break this down. Spider-Man is not just Spider-Man. When you think of Spider-Man, you think of Venom, right? Venom is the polar opposite of Spider-Man, right? It's kind of like Batman. Batman is serious and broody and dark, and Joker is a clown and he's laughing all the time. Everybody has a polar opposite. So we have Venom coming out at the end of this week, which will remind people that Venom is going to be in the new Spider-Man game as well. I'm pretty sure Insomniacs will make a couple tweets about that this week. Then, okay, that's going to drive interest to get the system that's made by the company that makes the game and the movie of Venom. Later on this year, they're going to do it again. But they're going to have a game that they can do something with. That is Spider-Man Remaster and Spider-Man PS4. The outfits in the Spider-Man Far From Home, I guarantee you they will add those outfits to Spider-Man PS4 and Spider-Man PS4 Remaster on the PS5 to Spider-Man. They've done this before. When Xbox fans talk about, oh, well, you're not talking about this game anymore, you're not talking about this game. There are certain games that are going to have long-lasting appeal, like Spider-Man, when they do shit like this, where they do free updates, they remaster this, they add this. A game can get revitalized in any type of way. You want to add a 60 frames per second and get your game back into the news cycle, you can do that. You want to add an outfit, a piece of armor, weapons, co-op, multiplayer, skins, whatever you want to do. Fortnite does that shit all the time. Nobody likes Fortnite, but when they keep adding all these new fucking characters from movies and shit, people might take a little interest in it. So, again, mark my words, they're going to add the new Spider-Man outfits from the new Spider-Man movie into the Spider-Man games that are currently available, thus getting more interest for that game. And even if they were not to do something like that, even though we've saw them doing it in the past, when you're done watching the movie, what are you going to want to do? Come home and play the game.
Play the game. Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have the system where the game is, you're going to want to get the system where the game is. The movie can sell the system, and the movie can sell the game attached to that system. That's something Halo can't do. Everybody that wants Halo already has an Xbox. If they don't have an Xbox Series X, they have an Xbox One or a PC. Halo is not more popular than the shit that PlayStation has. And I think Xbox fans really need to wake up, smell the coffee, and understand. Master Chief is not king of shit anymore.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. I just saw another fucking Spaces. Hey, bro. Y'all got... Man. We about to listen to this shit live, bro. We about to listen to it live.
Xbox dudes are keeping more space. I thought they had this whole issue with PlayStation people keeping spaces.
This dude started out the Spaces. His name is M4GNUM. Oh, goodness. I don't even know. I don't even know what he's trying to say. It says Xbox is back. Okay. Let's talk about that. Xbox ain't go nowhere. It's a laughing stock. Then it's a laughing stock now. I just covered these facts to let you know the Xbox is not back. Xbox hasn't been back since the 360. Almost 2 generations ago. And they got their ass whooped then too. They had a year head start and they still let PlayStation 3 outsell them. They got the market share back too. They got interest. They got love back from their fans. Last of Us, God of War 3, Infamous 2, Killzone 2, Killzone 3, SOCOM. Come on, Resistance, Ratchet and Clank. Should I continue? Warhawk, Little Big Planet. Bro, PS3 whoop your ass, man. And we have more exclusive multiplayer games than you. Bro, when people sit up there and say Xbox is back, really just do your research.
I hated that narrative. Talking about
Why are they saying Xbox is back? What are they saying?
I'm about to listen in. You guys are hear it through the mic.
Xbox games on PC. You have Xbox platform on PC. You have Xbox on mobile. You have xCloud. Xbox is no longer just console. So when I hear
he's saying Xbox is no longer console,
winning the generation, and a lot of people are rebutting that. They're thinking from a limited perspective of console.
Hey, mute real quick, M4 Magnum.
Yo, repeat that. Yo, you kind of muffled out a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm saying Xbox is not just a console anymore. It is so much more for that. So when people are talking about how Xbox on the world scale,
let me ask you guys a question in the chat. Can you hear this?
Doing great from the console perspective.
You can hear it,
but
okay.
They've restructured how they are doing their gaming division. It's no longer just about selling Xbox consoles and Xbox games. It's about the Xbox ecosystem. I'm gonna leave
Xbox out of his shit Xbox, and go back in later. But I'm about to back out because
G, the thing is, we don't want people to misconstrue it, to be like, so they're not gonna.
So I had to leave out because everything he said. Let's go over this one more time, people. We'll go over this shit one more time. We gotta listen to what they said in 2019 and listen what the Xbox fans are saying. Remember, Xbox fans are fans. It's supposed to be fans first, gamers second, right? But it's close second. Fan, gamer fan. Long story short, you're with that product because of the games they have and how they make you feel. And outside of like talking about how much you love them, you're also supposed to be playing those games, right? When you're not playing the games, well, the company's not making money off of you. So all you are is just a crazy ass fanboy on the internet. When you're promoting what the company was promoting because you idiots stopped buying games, you cannot pretend as though you understand what they're doing. They're doing what they're doing because you idiots stopped buying games. If you started buying fucking games, they wouldn't have to do this. Oh, I gotta go to PC. I gotta go to phones. Y'all motherfuckers on Xbox ain't buying shit. We gotta get some other people to fucking support us, or we gonna have to get rid of the brand. That's why they doing it. That's why they doing that shit, bro. They can't make money at home. You gotta go on the streets and ask other people that are not a part of your fucking family for money to take care of your family. PC people, can you help us? Cell phone people, can you help us? Nintendo, PlayStation, you want Game Pass over there, please? Please help us. Please help us take care of our fucking Xbox fanboys. The ones that don't want to work. The ones that don't want to give us no money to pay the rent. That's what it is, bro. That's what I see.
And this is the one with me, Jay. They're talking about how big that budget is for Halo Infinite, and I don't know if you saw this. Did you see what the budget for Perfect Dark's going to be?
Wait, what? What's the budget?
For Perfect Dark, it's $500 million.
Wait, what? I almost spit this water out. What the fuck? I need this laptop. Wait, bro. So you got 2 projects that equal $1 billion?
I guess so.
Oh boy.
But we're here thinking, how are you guys going to make that money back? Because these gamers are not buying it. So how are you going to make it?
I'm trying to understand this shit too. How do you make the money back? You about to be $1 billion in a hole for those 2 projects alone.
For 2 projects.
And then you fucking spent $7.5 billion on Bethesda that's not getting you all your money back at one time. Then you got Xbox fans that don't buy games anymore. They're just waiting for free shit on Game Pass. Some of them unsubscribe and then resubscribe when they have something good. I mean, what the fuck, bro?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, so you're spending all this money, but you don't even freaking have people buying your game. So how are you going to make the money back? They're going to go in fucking debt, dude. They are.
I gotta go and listen back to the Xbox Spaces, man. You gotta listen to this crazy shit. Like, you got to, man. I don't want nobody to fucking do this shit. I'll listen to it for you. But damn, bro. Let me see if I see that shit on my timeline. Yeah, I see that dumbass shit on my timeline. I know Optimus Code is on one. What you say?
Delusions of grandeur.
Exactly, bro. But you would have had to have grandeur to have those delusions of something. You know what I'm saying? You haven't had that shit. The one time you thought you had it, you didn't have that shit, bro. You gave up. You left the race. You thought PlayStation was no threat, even though they was fucking coming back. You never thought that they would surpass your system in sales. The narrative don't mean shit. The truth means everything. PS3 outsold the Xbox 360 and had more memorable games. Better technology, better apps, better features. It was a better system. It was more powerful.
Yeah.
I mean,
and Microsoft could have all the money in the fucking world they want, but the thing is, they won't get Sony's talent. They won't.
There you go. That's another thing. And when you don't have Sony talent, and people keep knowing this shit, people can say what they want to say about Naughty Dog. And yeah, they dropped the ball. Definitely. They dropped the ball. And they are at the back of the list, like I told Spartan. They are on a lot of people's shit lists because they made their fans wait 2 years for multiplayer, and we still haven't saw concept art or cinematic teaser for the multiplayer. There's something going on over there. I know Adam had talked to us about them kind of restructuring. I definitely believe what he told us about a year or two ago. They are definitely restructuring, because if you got to hire for multiplayer positions that you already confirmed you were working on, then something ain't right. But long story short, I had talked in one of the spaces. They were like, all PlayStation fans think the same. Well, if all PlayStation, I see you stupid ass bird. If all PlayStation fans think the same, then we wouldn't be calling out Naughty Dog. We calling out Naughty Dog. They did something wrong. 2 years ago, you delayed the multiplayer. And 2 years later, you don't have anything to show for it. We're talking about them and we don't like it. So you can't say we all have a hive mind and we worship everything from PlayStation. When I don't like something, you guys are going to know it. Whether it's in a video game or it's about Sony. Like, I'm very vocal about what I don't like and what I do like, man. They don't pay my fucking bills. I don't got to fucking pull punches.
Yeah, and all we want is the best of the best.
Exactly. Because we have to criticize them to get the best of the best, and that's what the fuck we gotta do.
Yeah, exactly. People gotta think of this. How in the hell is Insomniac already released 3 games this generation and already confirmed 2?
Yeah. Bro, I said that exact same thing, bro. Like, Insomniac is taking. I wouldn't even say Naughty Dog spot, but they're catching up.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like Insomniac can release all these freaking games and even show off teasers of their games upcoming, but we can't even see a teaser for the Factions multiplayer. Like, why can't we? You could show us a little teaser or something. Like,
I'm only gonna give them one more chance before I kind of write Naughty Dog off until they come back, and that will be a PlayStation experience.
Bro, they haven't even shown screenshots, bro. I'm telling you, can't even, not even a screenshot.
What's so funny, bro, is I called them out on that shit. I was like, bro, I know at the end of the night you gotta show something for the multiplayer, and you have to show something for the movie. They decided to show us a fucking picture from the movie, but nothing from the multiplayer. All they said from the multiplayer is, we're working on it, we're hiring for it, we're gonna show it when it's ready. That's a really, really cocky thing to say to your fans. The gamers made your franchise what it is. You know, not all other social groups. Before people knew Ellie was a lesbian, the gamers were supporting that game, bro. And all I'm gonna say right now, don't let your gamers down, because that's where the money comes from. That's all I'm going to say. Don't let your gamers down. If you told them the multiplayer was going to be there day one, and then you delay the multiplayer, but it has been delayed for 2 years without anything to show for it, I'm going to be honest. The gamers are going to be pissed, and your other social groups that you love so much, they might start being pissed too. Because first of all, we should have got a teaser for the show too, instead of just a picture. So, we gonna see. I know PlayStation is strategic about where and when they want to show stuff for the maximum effect. So, I do believe they're gonna be doing that when it comes to what Naughty Dog is working on. The only thing I love about Naughty Dog is that I know this multiplayer should be complete. It should not be no games as a service. If you're taking 2 years to get started, and then it's probably gonna be another 2 years, so hopefully for it to come out, that shit better be the best multiplayer. I heard that we should be able to create our own character, which is a very, very big thing for me. So that'll be really, really awesome.
That'll be cool if it has customization. Like, that would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. This multiplayer better be one of the biggest games to release of the year. Not just like a multiplayer mode, like people think it is. It needs to be a full-fledged, huge game that has a lot of already packed. Based on how long it's taken for them to show us, it better be something very big. Which I think it will be, but still, it's like, you gotta show up, Naughty Dog, you have to. And Insomniac has already showed up this generation, you gotta show up now.
So we got about 30 minutes together, guys. What I do want to say right now, I want to say that as far as PlayStation is concerned, they need to hurry up and pick up Ember Labs. I do not want to see a worst case scenario where Tencent or the other Chinese people getting into gaming pick up somebody like a Tencent. I want PlayStation to pick them up. Kenna has done very well, review wise, gamer wise, and I'm hoping it sold very well digitally. Physicals coming out this holiday season. So it seems like a really, really good game for all ages. It has the challenge for the mature gamers, and it has the visuals and storytelling for maybe some younger gamers. It is a very dark ass game. I really like from the visuals we saw from Kenna before we got to play it. I did not expect it to be such a dark, grim game. Very depressing and sometimes when you find certain things out. So I'm loving it. I'm running through it. They tell me I put 8 hours, and I'm pretty sure I put close to over 10 hours into that game. It's a much longer game than people give it credit for.
Oh, it's every time I opened up a new area of the game, I was like, this game is massive.
Yeah, like when you open up all the areas, you do find out that that's a pretty big fucking map. Really, really big. Really big map. So what do we got here? Yeah, it's just so many people that love this game, man. It's really just so many people talking about the game and showing it off, and it's just really, really nice to see an indie developer that nobody heard of just get celebrated. It really is, man. And PlayStation is the one that brought it to us. Huh?
So you know quality.
Exactly, man. And that everybody like PlayStation brought that shit to them. Like everybody looking at this stupid ass Spaces that we just made a live stream about, and that's the one that says that Xbox is gonna win this generation. I'm telling you, bro, they really, really, really gotta stop, bro. They gotta stop. Like for real. They gotta stop. Like they really, really gotta stop, man. So all I'm gonna say, like, y'all keep that shit to your fucking self because it's false. Like it really is false. So yeah, Sony needs to pick up Ember Labs. Xbox fans, you guys need to live in reality. Stop with that bullshit y'all doing, man. Y'all gotta stop. No major news happened today that I know of.
No, not really.
Yeah,
no.
Tuesday is definitely gonna be the day for news. When we talking about stuff, but I had to get that shit off my chest. Like they gotta look at what happened last gen, and they also gotta look at Xbox allowing PlayStation to come back the generation before, to understand that you're not in a position to sit up there and ever say that you're gonna win shit. I got one review here. We're gonna go over some reviews. Hot Wheels Unleashed, a 5.5 out of 10. Not looking good. That game went silent, and it's still about to come out, and I kind of didn't feel confident in supporting that game. I want to go over to Metacritic real quick and see what the rest of these scores look like. Kenna is now sitting at an 81 on Metacritic. It dropped down from an 82. I am hearing that some reviewers that did not get the review copies are penalizing Kenna with negative scores. I hope that's not true. Deathloop
that's most likely true.
Yeah, Deathloop is sitting at an 88. Death Stranding Director's Cut is sitting at an 86. Diablo 3 is sitting at an 83. Kenna is sitting at an 81. And FIFA 22 is sitting at an 80. So I go check out Kenna and see what's wrong with it. User score is very high, sitting at an 8.7. Even with some, problems that it's had, it's pretty fucking high. 56 people reviewed the game so far. There are 6 mixed reviews, and there's 50 positives. We're gonna go figure out what those mixed reviews are, who they are. We know VGC didn't get a review code, and they were pretty pissed off about that, and they gave it a bad score. So we can mark them off. Metro Game Central normally gives PlayStation exclusive very low scores, so that's not a surprise. That's a 6 out of 10. NME, don't really know who they are. They also gave it a 6 out of 10. Push Square gave it a 7 out of 10. App Trigger gave it a 7 out of 10. And Game Revolution gave it a 7 out of 10. So those are the scores that are dragging Kenna closer to a 70-something review. Metacritic score game, for all different reasons. VGC, there's like Kenna Bridges Spirits is completely inoffensive, if somewhat bland adventure that will mildly entertain for a duration of its runtime, but won't live long in memory. So basically, this motherfucker said people won't think about Kenna after they play the game. From what I've played so far, I think about that game every fucking day, and I'm gonna be thinking about it all through the day because I can't wait to get back home to play the game. So,
be honest, Jay, I understand what they're talking about. Is mildly offensive when you get to the second storyline of that game. And I wouldn't want my daughter to play the second storyline of
they
that
said inoffensive.
Oh, well, I found offensive the second storyline of that game.
We'll talk about it because I don't know if I got there. I'm at the part.
No, you didn't get there. You would know what I'm talking about when you get
No,
there.
but why is it offensive? Because I completed the game.
Can you talk about it without spoiling it?
We can't talk about it.
Okay, let me tell you where I'm at. Let me tell you where I'm at in the story, right? So I got to the chick, the black girl that has it was the other chick that the wood craftsman. I got to that part.
Did you finish it?
No, is that the part you talking about?
Right. The way the storyline, I don't like they introducing all that to kids.
Oh, okay. I
guess the way the world is going.
But I don't feel like they're talking about that. No,
It was when you end the story, they basically say it.
When
that story.
I know what you're talking about, but we are the gaming community on Twitter already figured out that VGC wanted a review code and did not get a review code, and they went on to give the game a score anyway. Right. Because this is what the real review says. It says, review, Kenna Bridge of Spirits is a PS2 throwback for better and worse. Excellent visuals elevate a inoffensive and generic action adventure. They're not talking about the story. They're talking about the fucking gameplay. They're literally just shitting on a game because they didn't get a review code. But I know what you were talking about. I saw that. I didn't expect to see that in this game, but I had saw it. The thing that's really like bothering me for the game, probably for kids, would be everything before the wooden area, like the wood maker, right? And that would be how dark the game is. How I found out that everybody in that shit's dead. That shit just fucking shook me to the core. I feel like I would not tell a kid to play this game. I had said on multiple occasions, this game gives me...
The first storyline.
Yeah, it was really a nice, pleasant introduction until they started going deeper and I found out, oh my God, you left your brother and sister out there and they fucking died.
Right.
You know, it's like, bro, it gets dark real quick, man. So... I hope that more mature gamers play this game.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you should.
Mature gamers, for sure.
Yeah, I don't think kids at a certain age. I agree. I don't think kids at a certain age need to play this game for either the themes that you talked about that I did witness.
Even the combat. It's not for kids. They wouldn't. Nah.
What about the combat? You talking about the grenade, the bow? The stick?
No. I'm just talking about certain. It depends on the age of the kids.
Oh yeah, I don't think that this is for kids when it comes to combat or as far as difficulty. Them motherfuckers are shit on you. Yeah, I've said it multiple times while playing yesterday and the day before. I was like, this is Bloodborne difficulty to some degree. You know, like you got to really know what you fucking doing on this shit with weak points and maybe figuring out some other stuff. So. It has oh boy. All I'm gonna say, it has the visuals and the gloss of a game that's supposed to be for kids.
But it's not.
But it's not for kids. So
a mature storyline that people would.
But what I wanted to ask you guys, because the game doesn't have a box art, what is the rating for this game?
17 plus?
No, what's not your rating? What's like literally? What was the MSRP rating for Kenna?
I don't know. Let me check that out.
Because I feel like this needs to be a high teen or even possibly a M. They probably could stray away from an M because you didn't see a lot of blood, but when
it's rated T.
Oh, it's rated T?
Yeah.
What else does it say?
It's just for fantasy violence, basically. That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Oh, it should be some more descriptions like what he was saying with the the stuff with the relationship stuff that he was talking about, and then with the death and stuff. Kids don't really know a lot about death, at a younger age. That this game looks like it's kind of. I just feel like this should have got a high teen, but not an M because we didn't have any blood. But if we had blood around, they should have had blood because everybody was fucking dead. I'm surprised I didn't see no blood anywhere.
they basically said 12 years and up can play this game. That's what they said.
Yeah, I would definitely put that to 14 and up. I would put that to 14 or 15 and up. I started playing games seriously when I was fucking 8 years old. And I was a good problem solver when it came to Mario and Star Fox and No Mercy and all the other games I was playing, like Quest 64. But this generation of kids that probably don't play a lot of difficult games at that age, they probably wouldn't be any good at these games. Unless you are coming from a gamer background. Now a lot of gamers are having kids now. So, if you're growing up in a family of gamers, then you probably can handle this shit at a young age. But I feel like if you're not a part of a family of gamers and you haven't been gaming at a young age, it probably might be a little bit too much. Again, that difficulty. What's that dude Briggs went to high school with? Kids Move. Briggs went to high school with Kids Move.
Yeah, no, I did.
Yes, you did. He fucking ran away from the game today. I mean, yesterday.
You serious?
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
No, he did.
Yes, he did, bro.
What?
Yes.
He did.
What you mean you ran away from it? You stopped playing it?
Yeah, he said the game was too hard.
He said it's too.
I'm surprised nobody put no money up. I mean, I think we all thought the game was gonna be easy by just the look of it. You never judge a book by its cover.
Hey, don't get me wrong. The game is hard, but
when we saw Kenna, we did not expect a hard.
No, we didn't
game.
expect that. We didn't expect it. Nobody did.
No.
But the problem is, the bosses. Don't get me wrong. They're gonna kick your ass, but they all got weak points.
Exactly.
You just gotta figure it out.
You just gotta figure out. Once you figure out the weak points, everything is easy. You just gotta be fast on your feet.
It's like the boss will end that storyline, like with the bomb. It's basically like you have to do 2 steps just to put in a hit on it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you figure out those steps, the game is simple. Don't get me wrong, don't go into a game that you ain't gonna get your ass kicked. You gonna get your ass kicked. You know what I mean? But don't get me wrong, all the stuff I've been saying, I still want them to make a part 2 because it was a good game. It was a good all-around steady pace, nice action, a lot of freaking boss. Believe it or not, there's a lot of damn boss. But it's a good game. I want a part 2. I'm done.
Well, I am looking forward to this other game on Xbox. It's called what is it called again? Fuck, I forgot what the name is. Lake. This game called Lake. So basically, you'd be driving around as a male person. It's so sad, bro. This game just came out on Xbox and not a single soul is talking about it. That's how it is over there, bro. They be getting some pretty interesting indie games, but they never talk about it.
You know what, Jay? You always say you're surprised, but are you really?
No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm surprised because the game is so good that somebody should be talking about it, but nobody's talking about it, bro. That shit is so fucking wild, man. Like, they talk about all them games you got on Game Pass, and it really is a good deal with these smaller games that are actually getting good. The craftsmanship of these indie devs are getting up there to AAA studios, especially if they can be funded. And these motherfuckers just not support. I mean, they didn't support AAA games, so why the fuck would they support indies? Fucking weird, man. Fucking just a weird fan base, and they claim they winning shit. Like, what the fuck are you winning? Like, what are you winning, man? I gotta understand. Like, what the fuck are you winning? Did y'all remember what happened with Kingdom Hearts? They put it on Game Pass, then they took it off not too long later, and Xbox fans were pissed off that they couldn't complete the story because they took it off of Game Pass. And they didn't even think about, oh, maybe I should buy the game. I mean, these motherfuckers are spoiled, man.
They ain't spoiled, Jay. They ain't not spoiled. They cheap.
They need to go live in a dollar store.
That too.
They ain't spoiled. They are cheap.
That is true.
In order to be spoiled, you have to be getting something.
Let me ask a question to the people in the chat. 15 minutes left. Would you prefer a 60 frames per second patch for Bloodborne or a 60 frames per second remake to Bloodborne? I'm gonna go with remake.
I want a remake.
Yeah. After what Blue Point did, I give me a remake. Like, give me a motherfucker remake, bro.
I honestly would not be shocked if they gave us a director's cut for that game. I would not be shocked.
I wouldn't either, man.
Because the thing is, they did say that they cut out a bunch of content from the game. So, it wouldn't shock me.
There's a rumor going around that Insomniac's working on another fucking Marvel game, but I wouldn't be surprised at this point. But god damn, they need to boost the fucking studio. Like, they need to have they need like 205,000 people working on that shit, bro. For real, like like 2,000 people working over there. They really do.
Jay, could you imagine? We'll be getting like 6 games a year or some shit like that.
I know, man.
You're gonna make the Xbox community cry, man.
I mean, hey, bro, that's their fault.
I mean, they're having so much trouble putting out Halo Infinite with 1,500 developers, man. And that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's bad management, man. That's all it is.
Oh, so
that's all that is.
We had talked about this during the Raw Talk. We didn't talk about it on the Sunday show. This is the week of Tokyo Game Show. Yeah,
that's right.
We're gonna figure out what happens. I don't know what will happen or if anything happens, but we're gonna be talking about Tokyo Game Show this week, so that should be interesting. Today is the 27th, so tomorrow's the 28th, so I think tomorrow will be the first day. Yep.
I want to see more of Forspoken and like Project Eve. I want to see more of these games.
Mm-hmm.
Project Eve looked really fucking good. When Sony showed off at their conference, I was like, this game is really good.
It's just, man, if you're a gamer, especially if you're a PlayStation gamer, bro, you just eating real good right now. You just really eating good right now. Like, I gotta correct stupidity when I see that shit, man. I do. Like, I'm not gonna let somebody say some stupid ass shit. Let me see what is out. I had heard that Nickelodeon shit was out, but we about to see. Oh my motherfucking god, it is. I'm gonna have to put this. Yeah, bitch. Little Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. Got that motherfucker. Have to have that on my standby list. Cause this shit is the closest.
When is coming out?
This fall. That's all they're saying. They don't have a specific date yet. But this shit actually looks pretty fucking solid from the screenshots. I haven't saw this shit on a 4K screen or anything, so now I'm seeing it. Yeah, it looks pretty fucking solid. Okay. Huh. Yeah, it looks a lot better than I thought. Oh, I see stitching and shit. Oh, okay. Okay. I fucks with it. I already know I'm gonna be playing with a lot of the more mature characters, but it'll probably be a couple kid characters I play with. But you know, if Jimmy Neutron is in that bitch, Angry Beavers, Danny Phantom, I'll probably be using him. Should be
Cat dog.
Cat Dog. Oh yeah, Cat Dog's in that bitch. Gonna have to be using them. Oh shit. They're telling me the release date for this game is October 5th, but I don't believe that, because October 5th is the week after next. Yeah, next week. So I don't know if that's still the release date. I think they're gonna have to push that back, because the game got pushed, but it don't got push enough. So, but it can still do good on little to short notice, because again, it's a nostalgia push. So yeah, everybody gonna see SpongeBob and they're gonna like, oh, I want to get that. Oh, Ninja Turtles. Oh, I want to get that. Rugrats. Oh, I want to get that. You know. So this will definitely be a game that doesn't need a big marketing push, because everybody see that shit in the store and they say, oh yeah, let me just pick this up for the kids.
Everybody know those characters.
Yeah, it has rollback netcode, so it'll be really, really good for competitor play. You won't have to worry about lagging and shit when you're going up against people. And again, if you're playing this shit on Xbox Series X, PC, or PlayStation 5, you are going to be dealing with increased visuals that look really, really good, even on these type of models. So, yeah, definitely a day one. You already know I'm supporting all Smash games, because I'm trying to make a fucking point with PlayStation. Need to look back at that shit. We got some information on Aloy today with some character renders, but yeah, bro. How about this, guys? I'm gonna go dig that up real quick for the last little bit of the show and talk about it. That shit blew me away. If we're gonna be looking at visuals like that, then we're also looking at a photo mode that's going to make the game look 8,000 times better than what we were getting with Horizon at 60 frames. That is something people really need to think about. This is normal shit right here for us. You know, we're looking at a situation where, you know, the other guys are doing stuff, and that's perfectly all right. We love that they're doing stupid shit. Xbox fans, but it just is not going to really impact what we're doing. You know, the sooner you learn that, you know, the sooner you can sleep nice at night. You know, you don't have to toss and turn about Spider-Man and Wolverine shitting on my fucking platform of choice. Well, you know, in the next couple months we're gonna have Horizon, so you know, look out for that. So this is the model that we had saw today. I was not able to get to it, but you know, this is a little bit of news that we got. It's a direct feed screenshot. It is on the highest of quality. They say this is an in-game model. I am blown away.
That look damn real, man.
Yeah, I know. That looked damn real. Hair. I'm looking at the stitching on her outfit and everything. This is the power of PlayStation, people. And if you don't have skilled developers that can pull out that power, even if you're a little bit far behind the competition and the power ratings, then I would tell you right now, shut the fuck up.
Just I didn't even know you was live, nigga.
Oh, I'm always live, even when I'm not.
Aren't you about to leave though?
Yeah, I'm about to leave though, bro. I'm about to leave fucking right now, because
what I missed. I see a title. Oh, shit.
Hey, bro, I saw the spaces and I jumped in.
Back? Xbox is back?
No, not that one. I listened to that one. The one earlier this morning is called Xbox. Xbox is going to win this generation.
Revenue shit?
Yeah. I talked about. Well, I talked about
Xbox University.
Yeah. Bro. When he said it was his opinion, I told him, bro, I'm leaving, bro. I said, I'm leaving. I left out of there, bro. We were going back and forth. I came in there to correct them. I gave them motherfuckers a W. The reason why I gave them a W, I was like, Well, y'all moved all the way over here to talk about subscriptions where you know PlayStation is not focused. So, of course, you guys are going to look like the winners. So, if you're going to base who wins the generation off of an area that other people are not at yet, then, of course, you're going to fucking win. So, how about you switch that win to 1 and give yourself a W for winning the generation based off of Game Pass, right? Oh no, he didn't want that. He didn't want that. He wanted full domination of a validated W. You can't get a W if you're not winning the other sections. If you only win in one section and nobody else is messing with, you're not really winning shit, bro. It's just like, oh, I'm gonna start a year early before my competition comes in. You can't crown yourself the winner until everybody else gets ready.
Wait, what you talking about? Xbox subscribers
I'm just saying
18 million versus PS Now?
Yeah, no. I'm talking about they saying Xbox is gonna win this generation, and he was basically basing off of Game Pass. He thinks that Game Pass is gonna be the key to winning, and they're gonna do this, and they're gonna get this amount of subscribers. And what people kept trying to tell them, and I said it afterwards, Game Pass is a 4-year-old toddler. That motherfucker can't walk. That motherfucker can't talk. It's 4 years. Nintendo Switch been out here for 4 years. 89 million consoles sold. Most of their exclusive games are 20 million plus. Come on, bro. You cannot sit up here and say console sales and software sales don't matter anymore because you keep losing. You know? I mean, if you keep losing in those sections, you lost. You can't crown yourself the winner by going somewhere where everybody else isn't.
They lost anyway.
What you cooking, man? I heard the microwave just closed.
There we go.
Oh shit.
So honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only for them to win with Game Pass, I said this before and I'll say it again. They have to get every third-party game on that shit. It's not happening. Rockstar already told you. That's an L itself. When Rockstar outright told you who's focusing on microtransactions, which those social services are good for, they're telling you themselves, we're sketchy about Game Pass. For them to say that, and they're a major publisher, I think you should worry about that. That's an L in itself. And plus, they keep partnering with PlayStation. Notice, Game Pass isn't doing nothing for Xbox. It makes it look cheaper. It does make it look cheaper, okay. But then, when it makes it look cheaper, the games that's coming out look cheap as well. So what good are you doing? I'll get if you was getting God of War like games for $15 a month, then you get yourself a W. But you're not getting nothing. Like, this shit is whack. There's no fucking winning against PlayStation. I mean, we'll never make more revenue than Sony. Because first, to do that, you have to sell the hardware. You have to sell the service. Nobody not buying that shit. 4.5 million a year. That's it. Like, make it make sense, bro. Xbox can never beat PlayStation. Once the PS3 Slim came out, that was the end. This shit's good as a motherfucker. Oh, thanks, Dad.
Let's see. Yeah, that shit wild, bro. I'm looking at this Horizon Horizon Forbidden West graphic. That end game shit, bro. Like, in photo mode is that shit that I see a couple indie devs using also. But damn, bro. You ain't gonna be able to do it like PlayStation. You are not gonna be able to do it like PlayStation. From what I'm hearing from this weekend, I heard that Xbox fans were struggling to get content on to Twitter because it's hard to post from Xbox to Twitter from screenshots and video clips. And I'm like, bro, the world the world's most powerful console can't even post to Twitter? Like, what's going on right there?
Makes sense.
The fuck are you eating, man?
There we go.
Oh, you put your cereal in the microwave?
No, nigga. Curry, goat, and white rice.
Oh, you said curry goat.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's illegal. Not accepting that. Bro, I'm about to spam my fucking timeline with like fucking shit, bro. Let me see.
Yeah, it's 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay.